Covenant friendships that are like a diamond in the rough. David and Jonathan had that sort of relationship. And so did Naomi and Ruth. And both of them came out of a place of diversity. It says in the book of Proverbs 17:17, a friend loves at all times, and as a brother is born for a time of diversity. Both relationships stemmed out of a place of diversity. A covenant was more than just a promise, but it was a deep devotion, a commitment, a loyalty, that there was consequences if they broke this covenant they had with one another. You would fulfill your promise at a cost or an exchange that would occur for the betterment of one another. John 15:13, no greater love that a man would lay down his life for his friends. David and Jonathan had a covenant, a deep love for one another, and they were in one spirit. Jonathan was actually a prince. He was King Saul's son. Jonathan actually recognized in his friend the anointing that God had in his life for David to be the future king. And so Jonathan, recognizing this particular anointing that God actually had on his life, had favor. David had favor not just with God, but also with men. And so what you'll find is things that happen in the spiritual manifest in the physical. So Jonathan actually, in exchange, gave his royal robe, which represents his ranking, identity, or purpose, and his tonic, his priestly role, and which represents also provision and being humility and purity, and his sword, which represents justice, protection of God's people, and authority, in exchange for what David actually gave in exchange, that he would actually protect Jonathan and his descendants for the rest of his life and even his descendants. David was going to be a future king, but not only that, that he had was very skilled in winning battles and wars, and that he would protect his future descendants. Naomi and Ruth had a relationship out of a place where there was famine. They lost their husband and sons, and they stood by each other during difficult times. And some of the best relationships are friends that will be with you through those trenches of life, and that they will stick closer to you than a brother, and that they're committed with you, and they would lift you up and support you, and they see the best in you, and love you always. All right, God bless. Take care.